Oh, good morning. It's quite early. I was up at like 5:30 this morning because I wanted to get a lot done today, but we are here at Cot Valley, also known as Porth, Nanven, sorry. Nobody else here, as you can see. Beautiful area. We're not going to spend too long here, but man, these rollers coming in, these waves, we're almost to high tide at this point, and it's pretty spectacular. So we're gonna go check out the beach. Sign back there said there was a recent landslide, so let's go take a look at that. Constant coastal erosion through here, which is always obvious. And oh wow, that's one large landslide. Wouldn't have wanted to be underneath that. Can you see this? That whole cliff is just falling down. Wow. Oh my gosh. I'm going to take some pictures of this real quick. Oh, so what not only is this a beautiful, beautiful spot, but it's also renowned for mining, and we're going to go take a look at the old mining buildings. And this is definitely a place, they've got lots of warnings out. There's a bunch of mine shafts sunk into the ground, so you really need to stick to the footpaths through here. There's a creek that goes through the valley, and you can see where the power probably came from with a water wheel in the pool. So we'll have a quick look around and I'll see if I can find some mystery on it for you. Alright, we're here at Cape Cornwall, which is kind of our last stop on the Western Peninsula. And what you can see behind me is Porth Leaden House. It was built by a local boy called Francis Oates, who'd made his fortunes in South Africa, came back and built his house up there overlooking Cape Cornwall. Now this whole area was a copper and tin gold mine, copper mine, but it was very profitable, and the chimney up on top of the cape was actually in operation till about 1900, and was used for getting rid of deposits. It did say back there, I'll put it down below. So we're going to take a quick walk all the way up to the top of the cape here, and just down below us to the left hand side is Priest's Cove. Also the name of that comes from the term Porth, which means it's the harbour for St. Just, which is a half-mile back that way. So we're taking the steep ascent up to the top here to the chimney. What's kind of cool though is right behind us, that's Land's End over there, and I'm going to say this is a much better place to come. They're not that much different as far as east-west. So you can see the lighthouse way, way, way out there. And what we saw from Porth Nanven, too many names that are similar, are Brison's rocks, which just look stunning, and apparently really fabulous place to see wildlife. Apparently dolphins, porpoises, basking sharks all hang out in this area. Unfortunately, with the waves as heavy as they are, there's not a huge chance for seeing wildlife out there. It'd be very difficult to spot them, but anyway, we're almost to the top. But man, look at those views. What a stunning place to be. Again, being here early just allows you to have this whole place to yourself to take in the rugged, raw power and beauty that is this beautiful creation. And I'm standing here basically as far west as you can go. There is nothing between me and the coast of America that way, except a whole lot of water. Just spectacular. Totally worth coming to. Wow. Again, free place, National Trust car park. This is definitely a trip where National Trust membership is paid off. Alright, the chimney's behind us. We're going to drop down to this little hut down here, this little path, to the National Coastwatch Institute hut. Lots of antennas and things going on down here. I don't know what it actually is. The path, so might as well take it, right? So that hut is run by volunteers, which is kind of cool. So it's all donation oriented. Sadly, the lookout with the telescope is, it's all closed because of COVID. But I'm going down the steps even further. You can go way, 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 way down here. There's actually a guy fishing down here, which is nuts. Well out of the water, or well away from the water. But man, that looks a little hairy, scary to me. But whew. Anyway, this is way cool. I didn't realize this was so accessible. You can get so close to some of these rocks. Damn. Man, I could probably stand here all day watching these waves. Oh, the sun's finally coming out. Look at this color. Wow. God, this place is stunning. So nice out to myself too. Just a surprise around every corner here. Oh. Just sort of circumnavigating the chimney here for the mine, and this is part of the tin and mining Cornish World Heritage Site, I believe is what it's called anyway. Oh, wow, absolutely incredible. Alright, I think we're going to take the easy way down, or so called. Oh, what a beautiful morning. I'm just so glad not to have the wind today, too. So this actually isn't what it looks like from afar, which was a cottage. This is actually St. Helen's Oratory, which was a small chapel and is protected under the Ancient Monuments Act of 1953. This little chapel would have been used for the miners and those others who lived here so that they could worship while they were working and still be able to, practice their religion while they were out here in the wilds of Cornwall. Me personally, I find God more out there than I do in a building. I mean, this is God's cathedral out here. So not only did this working mine produce so much copper, tin and arsenic, it also produced 1.5 million tons of industrial waste, which was just dumped out at sea. But because of what it was, it would have stained the sea red throughout this whole area. In 1860, I believe it was, a new steam pumping station was built down by the sea, which basically brought up all the workings, and but it is now a ruin. So what's kind of cool about this is that it's not just, you know, it's beautiful scenery, don't get me wrong, and I've really enjoyed seeing all the scenery that we've had, but it's kind of interesting to see man's touch on it. I mean, I would never these days approve of that, but historically this is valuable too for you know, for our heritage. So I just find it very interesting. These beautiful ruins are here, adding a very unique touch to our coastline. So what I find pretty neat about, you know, the National Trust in a lot of ways, especially these historical sites, is the ability to sort of almost step back in history, to touch the places that these men worked and lived, and just to imagine how hard life must have been out here. I mean, yeah, in the mines they were protected from the elements, which, you know, can be quite rough out in this area, but it would have been loud, it would have been dark, it would have been smoky, and they would have worked the mines with hammer and chisel only. That's all they had. This was before, you know, mechanical drills and air drills and things like that. So I mean, it just feels, it's humbling to be able to come and touch parts of their lives and to see how they lived and worked. Wow. Oh my gosh, so this looks like one of the original entrances for the mine shafts. I think we might have to go check this out. Wow. Gosh, this goes back a way. Can you imagine? Oh, being a miner in here, man, I really need a better flashlight than this, but I don't think we're gonna go back too far, but you can sort of maybe see some of the... I just can't even imagine coming in here to work. Alright, I don't think we're gonna go too far in this. Don't have the right flashlight. Wow, I would like to check that out more, but I don't have my headlamp with me. It's up at the car. And doing this by myself just doesn't feel safe. You know, if I had somebody else here that knew where I was at, that'd be one thing, just in case something happened in there, because once you're in there, you know, something happens, nobody's gonna know you're there. But if there's more than one of you, definitely go check that out. It's on the way down to the old steam pump house. So this massive construction you see behind me right here would have been the count house. That's where the copper, the mine, the tin, and everything would have been counted, processed, and shipped out through this area. The mine actually closed, I think it was 1860, 1855, 1865. I'll put the date down below. It was actually one of the last to close along the Cornish coast. And it closed due to the drop in tin and copper prices. Most of the other mines had actually closed a long time before this one, so this was actually one of the last remaining mines to stay open along this area. Alright guys, that concludes the Western Peninsula of Cornwall. I really hope you enjoyed following along with me around this beautiful part of the country. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.